Jacob Goldberg is a journalist covering climate investigations and the humanitarian aid sector. He's currently the investigations reporter and editor at the New Humanitarian and joins us from Bangkok. Really good to have you with us, Jacob. Tens of millions of people could be impacted by Super Typhoon Ragasa as it makes its way from the Philippines to Hong Kong, Taiwan and China. Just how destructive could this be?
It could be incredibly destructive. The Philippine authorities have already described the potential impact as life-threatening. Authorities have compared this typhoon to another typhoon in 2018 that had a similar path that killed over 130 people. We're looking at potential flooding and landslides, especially in areas that don't have the infrastructure to withstand those effects. So it's definitely something that needs intense preparation and planning, and in places where that hasn't taken place, there could be a lot of damage.
We know in 2024 the Philippines was hit by 4 typhoons in less than 2 weeks, which was an unprecedented event even for a country that's prone to such storms. Why are they becoming more frequent and intense?
Well, there's a trend of storms becoming more unpredictable and more intense in line with climate change. That's not necessarily to say that there's a one-to-one correlation to this particular storm. I think it takes time to reach that conclusion, and scientists need to do that. But as there's more greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, air gets warmer, it becomes more moist, and that warmth and that moisture are the fuel that goes into an incredibly intense and wet storm. So the high-speed wind and the heavy rainfall could be increased by a warming atmosphere.
And while governments around the world struggle to agree on how to drastically reduce carbon emissions and thereby the man-made climate crisis, how, in your view, can countries like the Philippines, who are impacted by these events, mitigate the impact of these disasters, especially for the most vulnerable?
There are a few things that are really important, like strengthening early warning systems and evacuation systems, making sure that people who in vulnerable areas know what to do when a system like this is approaching. Investing in infrastructure that can withstand a storm like this, especially as it's becoming extremely common, happening multiple times a year sometimes. Protecting natural ecosystems is also an important way to prepare. Trees and forests are a great buffer against extreme weather and can also prevent landslides.
Okay, Jacob Goldberg, we'll leave it there for now. Thank you again for joining us on the program.